Good morning, YouTubers. This is Yar from the Spanish Classroom with a short video for you today. This is a tip that I figured out. Maybe somebody's known it by now, but I didn't. And it involves using the Lawn Fawn stitched border dies. And these dies, they cut right here, and then they have a stitched line only in the inside. So I was getting ready to prepare my Christmas cards for 2015, and I was able to do stitch marks on the smaller square, the white one, and the silver one, but then I really wanted to get also the stitch square on my card base, and I wasn't sure how, and this is how I figured it out. I took the larger stitch die, the larger square, and this cuts 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's how the dimensions of this one. And well, let me show you. So I just brought 3 samples to show you today, and I am hoping that you can see that. Yes, right there. You can see that I have stitch lines on my actual card base. Okay, so the blue is my card base. See? And there's a stitch line on that too. And the red paper is my card base for this card, and you can appreciate the stitch line on that as well. So let me show you how I did it on my actual card base. So again, this is the Lawn Fawn stitch dies, and they are, I have 2 sets here. I have the large and the small, and this one is going to be the largest one of them all. Okay, and the dimensions are approximately 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So if you use this die, and it might get a little shaky here, let me just do it like this. Let me show you the regular way that we use this die. This is just one piece of cardstock, and it's not doubled up or anything. It's simple, a single sheet of cardstock, and this is how one way of using this die. So you run it through your die cut machine, and I am using a Big Shot Stampin' Up, but any die cutting machine would do. So this is, kind of like the regular way, right? This is just, I could use this as a mat, whatever I want, and it has that gorgeous stitch line right there all around, but it's just one layer. Now let's say you want to be able to add it to your card base, but if you run this regularly, you will cut this in half, right? The trick is this. The trick is to line it up so that your cut line is above your fold, so it doesn't touch it. That way you'll get the stitched design around all 4 sides of your cardstock, of your base, and not the cut. So I hope that you can see, so that there's my cut line and there's my stitch line, and I'm gonna line it up just right there. I'm gonna bump it really close to it, okay? And I'm gonna hold it like that. Make sure I didn't move it, so I don't make a boo-boo while I'm filming. And where's that cutting plate? And I am using my magnetic platform because this is a excuse me, a wafer thin die. All right, so I am trying not to cut, but I'm trying to add the stitched design around my card base, and voila, it cleans. If you didn't cut your paper right, it kind of fixes it. But look, there, this is my card. Didn't cut it. I lined it right. I lined it up right, and then you can see that it embossed that stitch line, or cut that stitch line. Funny thing is, it goes through a couple of layers too. So the inside of your card will also have a very faint yet distinctive dashed line. So that's my tip for today, in case you didn't have, in case you have this die set from Lawn Fawn. This is a rectangle stitched die, but the dash lines are only in the inside of the cut. Sometimes they're on both sides, but that's how I got around it and got my card base to have this cute design that I am in love with. I hope that you find that helpful. You found it helpful, and stay tuned for other videos. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Muchas gracias. Hasta luego. Adiós.